Well, following the primary, women candidates are making history here in Minnesota. Kate Jones takes a closer look.
It's intro two women as the major party nominees for Senate.
And 2 women running for Mankato mayor. With the primary election completed, Minnesotans have chosen women candidates for numerous offices, some of which are making history. Locally, Julia Hamann and incumbent Najwa Masad secured the seats for Mankato mayor. For Senate, Lieutenant Governor Peggy Flanagan and Michelle Tafoya are on the ballot. And making history, Amy Klobuchar and Lisa Dameth will face off for Minnesota governor. This means, most likely, for the first time ever, Minnesota will have a woman governor. For decades, women have only served up to lieutenant governor.
Women have been the lieutenant governor for like a long time. Like I just kind of scrolled back a ways. I don't even know how far it went back, but it went back into the 90s. But it's like, how did women sit there as lieutenant governors for so long and not get the nomination?
Additionally, 2 women have never faced off in the gubernatorial race or been nominated by the 2 major parties in the state. Some believe this could be a sign of changing times.
I think the fact that it's women now is changing times. The governorship is a very high office in any state. It's been much more recently that women have been perceived as suited for those roles. There's less hesitation by voters and less hesitation by parties to see women as legitimate winning candidates for those types of office. So they're supporting them at the ballot box, and parties are confident that they can win.
Kate Jones, KEYC News Now.
Candidates will face off in the general election in November.